Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast, more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast. This time we are live. You are looking live because our schedules didn't line up over the weekend.
That's what happens.
Yeah, exactly. It was a busy week. It was the best week on the food calendar. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski, and as always, the podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, Charlie the Baking Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Fredo's Culinary Kitchen. And I did that out of order, but whatever. This is what happens when we do it live, Jay.
There is no order. There's no order. You just do it. Just make sure everybody gets mentioned.
Yes. Yeah, we got everything in. I mean, I'm still a little bit of not actually, because let's be honest, but like the multiple days of Thanksgiving food, all that, like really having a full stomach for a few days was definitely nice.
Oh, it was great. And I'm still working on the Thanksgiving food. I'm sure y'all are too. Hit us up in the comments if you'd like to. Make sure if you're watching us live on YouTube right now that you subscribe to the page and that you hit that like button. Something I've learned is for you to get money for the ads that play on your page, you need 1,000 followers. So we're 300 away from that. So if you've got a few minutes and you got multiple Gmail accounts for whatever, just go subscribe to the I'm Fat Podcast YouTube page on all of them, youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. We've also got our merchandise shop. You are watching us live, which means Cyber Monday is happening right now at TeePublic. Go to I'mFatMerch.com to save. I believe this is the last day of these sort of cyber sale days. So make sure you jump on that. And Rick, I want to give a shameless plug real quick.
Yeah.
I am not repurposing, but I'm putting out a special deal on copies of my Blackhawks book, The Big 50, The Men and Moments That Made the Chicago Blackhawks. I've got 20 copies in my house, and I'm going to sell them for $20, signed and personalized and shipped. That's the whole deal, $20, and I'll get it to you in time for the holidays, personalized. That link is in my pinned tweet on my Twitter at Jay Zawoski, but it's bit.ly/Zawoski book. So if you're looking for a holiday gift for a Blackhawks fan in your life, I will personalize and ship those to you, $20 out the door. So
did you get that idea from your new personal friend, Marion Hossa?
Yes, my colleague, Marion Hossa.
Yes.
Where he feigned interest in my book.
Yeah.
He's like, what's that about? I'm like, you don't care, but I appreciate you asking. Thank you. But then I didn't give him one. I felt bad. I should have given him one.
What a jerk.
I know. So the way the thing works is on CHGO is we're live. So, he has to leave. He has a half hour. We have to do an hour. Sure. So when he leaves, we just got to be like, okay, bye. He's like, we change the camera angle and he walks off set and we wave and that's it. So I had no time to really grab him a copy and talk to him after the show. So missed opportunity, but I'm sure he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Thanksgiving was good, I assume, for you. I know you shared a little bit of your story last week, but if anyone missed it, you want to recap what you did this weekend?
Sure. I went to Sam, my new girlfriend, I guess we're using the word. Sure. I mean, basically, yeah.
That's when you go to the family cottage for Thanksgiving. I think that would qualify that.
Yeah. So it was their like kind of unveiling of the like renovated like lake house thing that they have, which was like incredibly nice. Yeah. I'm like, I don't deserve to be here. It was well, I mean, you know what I mean though. Like when you're at a place that's really nice, you're like, oh, this is like a thing. So Thanksgiving was great. And just like, little differences from what you're used to in terms of Thanksgiving food. Yeah, is always really interesting. So I got to meet the rest of the family. I got a new nickname this weekend. So So way most of their family works is your nickname or what you're called in family settings is set by the kids that are too young to say names properly.
Okay.
So like Sam's name is Ta because her nieces couldn't say auntie.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So I'm Bick.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Vic,
Yeah.
how old are the kids?
2 and 5.
Okay.
So it's really just the younger one now that that you set the names off of how they say things.
That's fun. That's fun. That's like how grandparents' names are chosen.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was always saying, I don't want to be Nana. I don't like that. I'm like, well, guess what?
Yeah.
Addie called you Nana, so you're Nana.
Yep.
Congratulations. It just happens. You just, whatever pops out of the kid's mouth is your name. And congratulations, Bick. It's good to have you here on the show. That's awesome. So you felt, how was it like in general? Like, did you feel comfortable? Did you feel at home? Did you feel you could relax?
Yeah, very much so. Because like they're just really like low, like in terms of the, I don't know if you want to say atmosphere because that makes it sound too.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, just like it felt really relaxed. Everybody was chill and joking the entire time. There were drinks in everybody's hands for a vast majority of the day too, which definitely didn't hurt matters.
Good.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Sam's brother-in-law is a very good bartender. Apparently, not his job, but like
a hobbyist.
Yes, tequila mules were definitely consumed.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So like keeping that like good buzz going for quite a while was.
There's nothing like having a friend in your life that is a cocktail magician. You know Brian and Sarah. You know Sarah very well.
Yep.
You went to watch F1 with them. Sarah is like that. Sarah is a master of cocktails, and she's not a paid bartender. She doesn't want to be. She just loves to do it. So whenever they have a party, they'll look forward to what cocktails Sarah's going to come up with. And great. Like everything. She's like, want to try this? Yep.
Yeah.
There's just no hesitation because she's never made anything I didn't like. So it's so cool to have somebody like that in your life. So
actually, according to his Instagram story, our guy Russ Dorsey from Sports Adjacent and covering all of the baseballs, is dipping his toe into those waters too.
All right, good. He's a man of many talents. That
Russ
Dorsey. These are good people to know. All right, so let's get to the important stuff. Cocktail side. Yeah. What was the spread? What was on the big table there?
Okay, I got to start with something that was apparently a controversy ahead of time that I did not know was going to be a controversy. Listening, this is one of the consequences of being with someone that actually listens back to the podcast.
I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah,
did I do something?
No.
Okay, good.
We were talking when we were doing our list of like important Thanksgiving items, and I brought up like quality of bread and rolls and that type of thing. Apparently, they are a no roll family during Thanksgiving dinner. So, yeah, it makes you think twice about things.
Bit of a red flag.
Yeah. So Sam's like, hey, I listened to the podcast. I went to the store and I got rolls so that you'll have rolls. I'm like, you don't have to do that just for me.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's incredibly nice. And then she was worried because, like, with all the other stuff going on, the rolls chilling in the oven, like, not a priority, nor should they be. So, like, a vast majority of the bag got, like, burned, but there were still 5. And mind you, there were, like, 7, 8 people. I was the only one to eat any of the rolls.
What?
Yeah.
Sam.
I mean,
Sam's family. What are we doing here?
Right. I thought even like for the next day, like, if we were more like putting sandwiches together versus just like basically like having another plate, like, because dinner the next day was essentially the leftovers, which was still awesome.
Of course.
Yeah. So I had bread. Okay. I was happy with the rolls.
That's great.
So that was great for me. And
just be like Buddy the Elf and be like, I brought my own. Just like pull it out of your sleeve. Like a whole bag of S. Rosen's rolls.
Yes. Dude, I
don't leave home without them.
I had the best stuffing I've ever had.
Oh, nice.
Homemade stuffing.
Yeah.
Like just all of it, like cubing up the bread, doing all that, 3 different types of bread. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's where all the bread went.
Yes. Seriously. That is where all the bread went. And there was so much of it. Like, so I had, and they made so much. Like you could have just eaten stuffing, gotten full both of the days, and there would have still been stuffing left over. So I just like gorged myself on stuffing, which is a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Hi, Ryan Schultz.
6'4", 330. He says he's a P1. Thanks,
Yes. The Bears could use you right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, but yeah, that, and it was really good. Sam was in charge of the turkey, and thankfully the turkey was awesome.
Oh man.
So I didn't have to experience lying about food or anything like that. So that was good.
Okay. Good.
And a thing that I had not experienced at a Thanksgiving before, but that was here. Beef tenderloin.
Oh,
yeah.
Stepping it up.
Sam's dad seared the beef tenderloin on the Blackstone, which was outside. So that was just like having that too, like to be able to, get your fill of turkey.
Sure.
But then also, like, you get the jab with the turkey, but then getting the left hook with the beef tenderloin. Yeah, buddy.
That's great.
It was so good and like thick cut too, and like cooked to perfection. Oh yeah, dude, it was a wonderful thing. So I even had, and like I am a fan of the cranberry sauce that is the shape of the can.
Yes,
like I am low maintenance, whatever. Sam's sister made like homemade cranberry sauce, and she's like, no, this is really good, and it was really good. Really sweet, and like one of Sam's nieces like housed the 2-year-old housed a ton of it. Nice. Of the cranberry sauce. It's one of those where it's like it's so good, but you can only have so much in one sitting.
Oh yeah.
So it was it was awesome. Like I was skeptical going in a little bit just because of some of the food and dietary restrictions that were in play, but let me tell you, it was awesome.
That's
like
great.
That, and the desserts, you have like a chocolate mousse pie, apple pie. There was pecan pie. I did not partake in the pecan pie, but it was there and like checked all the boxes for me. Couldn't have been happier with a Thanksgiving dinner. And that's not just me saying that because I know Sam will listen. That is actually factually true.
That's awesome. I'm very happy, and the more I learn here as the weeks go on, the more you need to do everything you can to not screw this up.
Oh, I know, seriously. Yep.
I mean, so far so good though.
Yes.
And, as I make you uncomfortable again.
Yeah.
You are a good dude who deserves happiness, and I'm glad you have found it. And it's good. This is overdue. When you said you didn't belong in that house, like, no, dude, you have earned a trip to that house. Yeah. You have earned some good ass Thanksgiving cooking and a lot of the other fun stuff that goes along with it. So I'm very happy for you. It's great. And I'm also loving living vicariously through you.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet you were hoping there'd be like, really, I mean, I've said it before, but it would have been so much better for like content if like I had some like brutal ass dates and weird things happen to start with. Well, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Purely for content purposes, that would have totally been like the best way to do it. And then be like, oh, finally found someone. But no, like, yeah, this, okay.
Yeah. Andrew wants to know, what did you end up bringing?
Okay. I asked multiple times, what can I bring? What should I bring?
Yeah.
Told multiple times on multiple different fronts within the meal, no, that's not the point. The point is to be able to come and relax. Don't. So I didn't, and it felt weird.
Well,
but I got no side eye. I got no questions. Every bit of the meal was handled. I think I offered to bring rolls because they were more my thing. I think I did. I don't remember honestly if I did or not, but I didn't bring anything. And it felt very odd.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems like Sam is a straight shooter.
Yes.
And you're going to be like, no, don't bring anything. And then if you don't, she's going to be pissed.
Right.
Because that's, that's no good. That's not healthy. Right. I would say, though, every time you're invited there, at least bring a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Like, because even if they don't drink it or use it, they can just stick it in their wine cabinet and have it for when they entertain or whatever. But yeah, if you were told no, you can't get mad when you do it.
Right. Actively told no multiple times.
Charlie the bacon guy says you should have brought bacon jams.
This is true.
Missed opportunity, Rick.
Yes. That is very true. I should have thought
of
of
this
that.
bacon jam on my beef tenderloin.
Yes.
It's a no carb beef tenderloin bacon jam sandwich.
I had no idea the beef tenderloin was happening until like it got pulled out to be prepared. And I was like, oh, this is a thing.
Oh, yeah.
This is the thing that is happening. Okay.
That's awesome. Because, yeah, I knew you were not the biggest turkey guy. And, you know, for you to have that other option is that's nice. Beef tenderloin that's the way to go. Well done.
Yeah, right.
Sam's family. Good job. That sounds great. All right. I'm going to get to mine here next. But first, I want to tell everybody about our friends at Fredo's Culinary Kitchen. Did you know, Rick Camp, people watching on the YouTubes and those listening in the podcast world, that if you place an online order at Fredo'sPizza.com and use the promo code I'm fat, you save 10% on your order. And it's not just a one-time use. Every time you go to Fredo's and place an order at Fredo'sPizza.com and use that code I'm fat, you save 10%. It's just free. It's a free 10%. So use it. Make sure when you go there, you use our promo code. And if you go in the restaurant and, you know, it's a last minute thing, please let them know that you heard about them from the I'm Fat podcast. They know us. They've got the I'm Fat burger, the I'm Fat pizza, the I'm Fat grilled cheese. Yesterday, I tweeted out a photo of the giant mozzarella stick with someone's child. I don't know who that was, but he was holding up a giant mozzarella stick and said, hey, it's Sunday. Head out to Fredo's and get those huge mozzarella sticks. Listen, they're great. We've got a voicemail later in the show singing the praises of Fredo's as well.
Nice.
It's a favorite of the Fats. And if you've not been there, head out there, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg. Again, if you're in a hurry, Fredo'sPizza.com, place that order online. Use the code I'm fat, pick it up, eat it in your car, whatever you got to do. It's not a hoity-toity place. It's a burger, hot dog, pizza joint. You can walk in, get your food quick, but that online ordering is clutch, especially when you save the 10% with the code I'm fat. So go visit our friends at Fredo's Pizza. I went to my aunt's house, my Aunt Jo, who is my godmother's, my godparents' house. My Uncle Frank was the one who just had the honor flight. I think I talked about that a little bit. So his wife is like, she's my favorite. She is like the closest thing to Santa Claus that exists on Earth. She's just a wonderful woman who loves to do things for her family and for the cousins. And, you know, she has a huge tree trimming party every year, 30 people for Thanksgiving, a giant, you know, they just do it up. And it's one of my favorite places to be. So I was really excited to get to do that this year. So I show up, you know, my uncle's God, the bird is, I think it was like 27 pounds or something. It was a giant bird because there's so many people. So he's carving up, getting ready. The stuffing is in the bird, you know, and then it was maybe about 40 minutes we had to wait from like party time to like actual eating. And it was just wonderful. And I was able to smoke a turkey, which actually turned out really well. I was kind of proud of myself. Nice. Because I'm not the greatest. I don't know. I get nervous when I cook. I think I've taught you about this before. I'm always afraid that I'm going to screw it up, or it's not going to be tasty, or it's not going to turn out good. So in my fear, I reached out to our buddy Kevin Coleman, who is the Weber Grill Master. We talked to him back before. What was it? Memorial Day? I think so. Back in May.
Was it that or 4th of July?
No, it was earlier than that. I think it was Memorial Day. So I said, hey, I'm about to, you know, smoke a breast. I've done it before. But I just want to make sure, like, what are some of the tips I can do to make it great? He's like, call me. Like 10 minutes on the phone. He's giving me all this help. It was awesome. It turned out great. I got a ton of compliments from people. And last week after we recorded, Rick, we headed out to at Rabbit's Little Country Club. They had like, I don't know what you call it, like a little Christmas market. Okay. There and like there's vendors. Everybody's got their little things set up, their booth set up. Yeah. So we found this barbecue company called Old Arthur's. And the recipes come from this guy's like great grandfather who was a slave and used to cook on the plantation, and he would make the sauces and the rubs there. And these recipes are generations old. So that's what I used I used their gold dust powder in the brine, which is like really fine, almost like I don't want to say flour, but that kind of a fine rub.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then I used their once I brined it overnight with that and like some apple juice, apple cider vinegar, and I think we actually threw some apples in there. Took it out, washed off the brine, then rubbed it with their Crossroads rub, and it was terrific. It turned out perfect, and I saw it, oddly enough. They have it in the little local section at Mariano's. They have some old Arthur's products, so check them out. It was really good, but everything was great. Just the basics. You know, I still have a ton of turkey, a ton of stuffing. I took home 3 to-go things from my aunt's house because she's like, we have too much food. I'm like, you do not have to tell me twice.
Right.
I'm going to fill these 3 boxes up to go and be happy. And all that's left is a little bit of my smoked turkey. So I'm going to finish that off today for lunch. And everything turned out wonderfully. The only thing I'll say is there was no corn at the party, which was a bit surprising for me.
Yeah, we didn't have any corn there either, actually.
Yeah. You know what? At the end of the day, I didn't really miss it as much as I thought I would.
Same here.
But yeah, I was like, oh, no corn. Anyway, I have pierogies instead because we're a Polish family. So then 4 different kinds of pierogies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that I just go potato and cheese every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
that would probably be my default too.
It was great. And then I've mentioned Franklin Pie Company on here before in Taylor Heights, 123rd in Harlem. We got they call it a chocolate silk because I don't think they want to get sued. Yeah. And a pumpkin pie from there. I had a piece of both and they were wonderful. So yeah, man, Thanksgiving was great. I played quarterback for our Thanksgiving football game.
I saw.
I was
the hefty lefty.
I wasn't so bad. We played to 5, and it was like me and my my late 30-year-old cousins, and my cousin Stacy, who's a few years older than me. She was the other quarterback.
Okay,
and then a bunch of littles.
Nice.
So we're like, all right, we're playing to 5. Let's get out of here in 45 minutes, and put a little pass over the defense into my cousin Billy's. My cousin Billy's outstretched arms. I think Billy is 12.
Okay.
He reins it in, drops a little bit, fingertip gathers, catches it, we win. So it was a lot of fun. It was a great time. So, and I'm not hurt.
That's the upset.
So I swear God, like people were filming and like taking pictures. I'm so glad they missed this, at least on camera. I picked off a pass, and then my cousin Mikey, who I think is 14, shoved me. And I started going backwards, right? And I didn't fall, but I also couldn't get my balance back. So I was either going to just backpedal into the street for the rest of eternity, or I'm like, F it. And I just did like a reverse somersault. I just fell down backwards.
Yep.
My feet go over my head and it was fine. But I was like, here's where I get hurt. And I ended up okay. So yeah, it was a really, really good Thanksgiving, as they always are. Yeah. But this one just felt so much like lower stress, and just, it was really nice to not have to prepare everything. Because preparing the smoked turkey is enough, but like an actual turkey and all that, and then
everything else,
it's a lot. So, and my parents were glad that that's how we did it too. It's less stress on them too.
How many servings of mashed potatoes did you have?
3.
Same here.
But a mashed potato serving for me is half my plate.
Yeah, mine wasn't quite half my plate. It was a quarter to a third.
I should have taken a picture because that was laid out like turkey. It was a smoked turkey. It was a regular turkey. It was stuffing, and then it was the broccoli cheddar, whatever, and then it was the mashed potatoes. And the mashed potatoes had it was in a big bowl.
Yeah. And
in the divot of the bowl was like just a big patch of butter.
Nice.
And I was like, yep. That's exactly where I am for my mashed potatoes. It was great. Everything was so good. And I seriously feel like I have limitless leftovers left. I've come home from work and just made a whole plate of Thanksgiving and killed it. And I'm like, we still got a bunch left. So I'm really happy. It will be gone today, though. Today's the last day. So I'll have that in a few minutes here. But it was awesome. Just a great Thanksgiving all around.
Oh, I had to explain a couple like fat theories when I was there too, because at first I think their thought was with the first like, hey, guest, go first, and I said no.
Because about eating?
Yes, because I'm like, who doesn't go first? Who doesn't want to go first? the fat guy.
Yeah, because you're all like, everyone is watching you make your plate.
Yes, exactly.
No.
And of course, like the first plate, especially until you get the lather working, you're not going to get the full amount of what you want
Right.
of everything because it's the first time around. It's, just because when it's your first time at a place, yes, you're gonna round down a little bit. So I had to explain at least that theory, but more with time.
Okay.
More with time.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be. That's tough for even a normie to be the first person in line. I hate that. I'm usually like third or fourth, but
that cleanup
first, never first. Absolutely not. Good move by you. I'm glad you didn't be like, so how about Trump at the dinner table? You should have done that as a joke. Hey, let's talk politics.
No, thank you.
So there was a guest at my aunt's house who is like in-law, no relation to me, but like cousin's spouse's sibling is there, and I've never met her before, and we're talking, and I'm like, oh, she's like, oh, so what do you do for a living? And I'm like,
oh boy,
I had to explain this to people, but she's like, what? I love the Blackhawks, and I love them, and she's like, the one thing I don't like is that Patrick Kane, and I'm like, okay, this can go several directions.
Yeah, right.
But I'm like, oh, okay, some people are kind of hot or cold on him, just trying to generalize it as much as I can.
Yep.
She goes, I can't believe he chooses to live in Trump Tower and give money to that asshole. And I was like, success kid on the deal. I'm like, okay, that's not where I thought it was going. I also now have cleared a level of info with a person.
Yes.
Because you're like, is this the guy gonna be okay? Good. Fine. Whatever. But that was the only and my cousin Ben brought up butt stuff in front of my dad. That was the other little item where I was like,
no.
Did that just happen? And my dad chuckled. And I was like, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here right now. I would never want to be around my father. And again, due to that conversation. But I digress.
Nice.
I did come to your neck of the woods.
Yes, you did.
The other day. Had some business in Oak Brook. Hope did a focus group. Now and again, she'll get she'll get some money to go in and do market research, those sort of things.
Oh, okay.
She did a virtual she went to this office building on Butterfield, and they had a fake grocery store set up. And then
that's cool.
She had to put on these special eye tracking glasses, so she it would track what she looked at.
That's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, that was in Oak Brook, and then I'm like, screw it, we'll go to the mall for a little bit, and then head out to Lombard because we want to try Gnarly Knots. We're all super excited for Gnarly Knots. We see the Rick Camp Estates casting its shadow on Lombard, and we're like, all right, here we go. And we get to Gnarly Knots, and the line is around the block twice, and we're oh, okay. And this was Wednesday. What day? I don't remember.
Yeah. It was Wednesday at noon, 12:30, something like that.
It was early. If it wasn't Wednesday, it was earlier in the week than that. And we're like, all right, well, we're a little bit short on time and don't know how long that's going to take. So we went to Nacho Rita, which is right by your place.
Yep.
And let me just say, I went there once. I don't know if I gave it enough credit. We shared a large pizza box nacho. The three of us shared the large one, and it was more than enough food for the three of us. Those are freaking amazing. If you don't know what the pizza box nachos are, they lay out a giant order of nachos on a piece of foil, and then it's like Chipotle. What do you want on your nachos? You go down the line, do. Then they put it on this conveyor belt thing, and
it's like a pizza. It's like a pizza conveyor belt.
Oven. Yeah, exactly. And it's perfectly cooked, perfectly melted. Everything's wonderful. And then they throw it in a pizza box, and then you just eat it as you go. Absolutely phenomenal. I was almost glad
that
Gnarly Knots was so busy because that was so good. And Addie loved it and Hope loved it. So Nacho Rita right there on Main Street or St. Charles Road?
St. Charles Road.
Yeah, right in downtown Lombard, St. Charles Road. It's on the I'm Fat map. But I know you've gotten to go to Gnarly Knots a couple times now.
I have been to Gnarly Knots, and it is wonderful. Like, just even for people that like now they have at this new location, they have a coffee aspect of it too. You can get coffee, you can get tea. Like, it's really pretty in there too. Like they're just the way they have it set up is really, really nice. Now I went a little later. I don't remember exactly what time, but it was like just after dinner. And they were out of, and this was Tuesday, maybe. And that, if you're watching on the YouTubes right now, is the triple cheese pretzel, where you can clearly see just the bottom. If you imagine a pretzel shape, the bottom of it is just chock full of cheese.
Yeah.
It's, what is it like? Gouda provolone and cheddar, I think. It is awesome. Okay. It's so good. I cannot recommend it enough. And then the other thing that I got was the pretzel dog, because now these are things I've had before, mind you, but a lot of the newer specialty stuff that is available on a daily basis, they were out of by then. Like, look at that. You can barely see the hot dog because of how much the pretzel like envelops it.
Yeah.
But like you can see the quality of the pretzel by like the hole in the middle there and just like the inner. Oh, dude, it's such a good balance. And then once you take like that bite into it, the juice like sweats and is absorbed by the pretzel. And it's an all beef hot dog. Like, so they didn't like skimp out on quality of hot dog either. It is so good. Like ridiculously good.
Let me know when it starts to like taper down a little bit.
Okay.
I remember this when Krispy Kreme opened in Homewood. It was like lines like wrapping around the Home Depot.
Yeah.
And like a month in, it was normal. You know, so it's like an hour for me to get out to Lombard, which is fine. I don't mind traveling, but like I just need to know, is a reasonable wait for me to come out and do it? So I will. Yeah,
because there's some varieties of the specialty ones that I want to try that I have not had yet. I have not had the barbecue brisket. I have not had the chocolate chip cookie dough. I haven't had the Italian beef one. Like, these are all available, and I have not had them yet. This will be happening. Yes. It's also good. They even have a Monte Cristo one, which might not necessarily be my jam, but for a lot of people, it is. Sure.
Do they have a Reuben, babe?
No, they do not.
Well, they should, I guess. I don't like Reuben, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of varietals, we've got some breaking news from our intrepid producer, Russ Schneider. He sent us this. This is happening in the moment, folks. So please stick with us. Oreo is apparently releasing just the wafer Oreos.
They call that a wafer? It's a cookie.
No, we won't be doing this. Okay. The wafer is the thing that you eat when you're trying to get to the cream.
Right. The goal is always to get to the cream.
Yes. That's just the wafer. Who wants this? And there is a little bit of like a coy, we kind of did this. What's the actual story here, Oreo? What's the actual story? And I love the comments. Who asked for this?
Yes. Great question.
Yeah, no one wants this. That's enough.
You know who didn't ask? Me. You know who might have asked? Dentists.
Yeah, it's really disappointing.
Come on, Oreo.
What I can't find anymore is the black and white Oreo with the golden and the chocolate and then the cream in the middle. I haven't seen those in years. That's what everybody wants.
Huh.
All right, my wife is watching.
Okay.
Just put this in the YouTube chat.
Okay. Hi, Hope.
Smash that like button, Hope. She says just the wafer is great for pie crust.
Okay. I could see that.
Fine, but then
that's a very specific use, though. At that point, why not just make like Oreo branded pie crusts?
Right. They do.
Oh, they do?
Yes, you can go buy that.
Okay.
So
asked and answered.
Not right now. Sit down, Rick.
Okay.
Just fill it with cool. Oh, By the way, I got that Jello that I talked about last week.
Yeah.
Was there. And
Nice.
I said to my Aunt Joy, I go, okay, we talked about this in the podcast, but what is it called? She said, it's called Aunt Janet's Jello. I'm like, great. This is not helpful for anyone who doesn't know Aunt Janet. But it's all it is what I thought. It's Cool Whip and Jello whipped together. That's all it is.
Do you think it would pair well with oh God, what's her name? The with Pat Manley's aunt.
Oh, Aunt Judy's
lasagna. Aunt Judy's lasagna. There we go.
Good Lord. Still one of the most uncomfortable moments in my life.
Yes.
Was that roast.
Yes.
When Manley just went, or when Speaks just went in. Oof. That's what a
Mm.
roast is for, but
Are you telling me Speaks might have taken something too far?
no, never. I would never. Oh God.
So actually something that is a callback to something that I brought up last week.
Yeah.
In the comments is Sarah, who said she went to Roadhouse 38.
Yes.
Had those mac and cheese bites, said they were awesome. Like, man, I'm telling you that like cheese to noodle ratio, you don't realize how most mac and cheese bites get it wrong.
Yeah.
Until you have it with the proper proportion, and then it is like, holy crap, this is amazing. So yeah, so those mac and cheese bites from Roadhouse 38,
yeah,
which is like just west of, I don't know, like what, maybe a quarter mile west of Main Street Lombard and Roosevelt Road.
Okay.
That it was, yes, I would go just for those and like basically get those as an appetizer, be happy, and then like try different like entrees each time until I find the one that is like, oh, that's going to be what I get every time.
Good. Yeah. That just looking at that menu was like, yes, I would eat literally everything on this place.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked awesome. So
yes.
I'm telling you, man, we talk all the time. You are in the absolute sweet spot for junk food. And remember a while ago, I told you about that little hot dog place that was by the pool in Lombard.
Oh yeah.
Now a creamery.
Yeah, I saw that.
Creamery is good. You can get Dole Whip there.
Oh,
if you have any diehard Disney people. Anyway, speaking of mac and cheese bites, this week, what day was that? Friday?
Yeah.
Hope and I and Addie went to the Music Box Theater on Southport for the Sound of Music sing-along. The Sound of Music is Hope's favorite thing. And in our marriage, I have learned to love it too. Okay. It's just a wonderful movie, a great story. The music is terrific. When Captain Von Trapp sings Edelweiss, I lose it every time. So we got to see it. And it was like interactive. You know, if you've ever been to one of those things at the Music Box, there's like, you kind of play along with it. You sing along, you boo certain characters. It was a great time. But before we went, we're trying to find a place to eat. So, you know, Friday night on Southport, it's tough to find places. So we're walking up and down and saying, yeah, we don't have a ton of time. So we see this empanada place, 5411 Empanadas is the name of the place. It's at 3715 North Southport. There's a bunch of these throughout the city. And I was kind of looking for something different, but I didn't want to choose this place because we've got an empanada place in Homewood that we go to often. So I'm like, I don't want something I can get at home. Anyway, it was the only place that had seating for us. Mm-hmm. Dude, let me tell you, I am very glad I went to 5411 Empanadas. I'm going to put the menu up on the screen here.
Okay. Is that how many empanadas you'll be having next time?
Yeah, maybe. So we just you get in line and you just order what you want. And that's where you go. So I got the barbecue chicken.
Yes.
I got the bacon, cheddar, and egg.
Nice.
I got the mac and cheese. And you're going to turn your nose up at this. Mm-hmm. But it was the best thing I had. So great that I went and got more of it. The bacon, dates, and goat cheese empanada. It was the best thing ever. Have you ever had bacon wrapped dates?
Yeah, a couple times.
It is like candy.
Mm-hmm.
Like dates are very sweet, very like there's nothing like fruity or healthy about date. I mean, I'm sure they are healthy, but bacon wrapped dates are so good. And then to add the goat cheese element, I could have eaten 15 of those things. And I kind of wish, like, man, I should have just gotten a bunch of those bacon, goat cheese, and dates empanadas. They were absolutely wonderful. So look them up. 5411 Empanadas is the name of the place. 5411 Empanadas. The one we went to is 3715 North Southport, right by the Music Box Theater there. Wonderful. And they had, the traditional chimichurri sauce, and then they had something I think it was called red hot sauce, which is almost like imagine like chili paste, like you get at a Chinese restaurant, but a little more like really garlicky, really spicy. It was wonderful. The place was amazing, so I can't recommend that place more. It was terrific. 5411 Gourmet Empanadas, and I know they deliver too. So if you're in the city, chances are there's a place around, like a location near you that will deliver to you.
So if you had 15 of the bacon date goat cheese ones, what would you have had for the other 53.96?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably the mac and cheese ones.
Okay.
Those were I was like, okay, I know Addie's gonna order that.
Sure.
And I'm like, oh, let me take a look at that. I'm like, let me take a bite of that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get one of those too.
Yeah.
It was good. Hope got the curry chicken, which was great if you're into curry. What else do we try? The rest were very good too.
Yeah.
We did not have a bad one, but that bacon date and goat cheese one was just out of this world. Have you ever had goat cheese?
It's been a while.
It's really plain. Like there's not a lot of it's more of like a vehicle for whatever you're serving it with.
Sure.
Like Hope always makes this cranberry sauce that goes over like a goat cheese log.
Okay.
You put, like crackers in it. It's amazing. Goat cheese is very, very mild. And it just like tied the whole thing together. It was
nice.
It was wonderful. The other place I want to tell you about before I get to Old Man Corner.
We're going to Old Man Corner today?
I had a very embarrassing moment in public this week because I'm old. I don't think I've told anyone about this, including my wife, who is apparently watching. So I will share that in a moment. But first, I shared on Twitter the burrito I had.
Yes, you did. Dude.
It's okay. So me and Brian and Sarah, we've been meaning to go out and have a nice meal together. So we finally get the opportunity.
Yes.
So we go to Mama Maria's in Tinley Park on Harlem there, right by the Lifetime Fitness.
Yeah, and on the way, you found a baby to steal and deep fry.
So, dude, if you're not watching on YouTube, I'll tweet the photo again. It's just unreal. So I get the burrito suizo, it's an easy go-to at a Mexican restaurant. You know it's going to be good. It's a burrito covered in cheese and sauce. Like, what can go wrong? So they're bringing the food out, and I see like the guy walking with the big tray. I like elbow Brian and go, "Is that our food?" He's like, "I think so." I go, "I'm not going to be able to eat that. Look at that thing. It is like the size of a football, like an NFL football size burrito."
I generally like to give you crap and be like, you're not a fat because it's questionable.
That is a good picture of me. I will acknowledge.
But that one that is a good picture of you. But two, that's effing huge.
The burrito is making me look smaller than I am.
Yeah.
Yes, that is whatever angle they took, that worked out nicely for me. So I appreciate it. But
Yes.
I couldn't finish it. I finished probably maybe like 45% of it. I will say it was good. It had filet steak in it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, which was good, but it was a little too much rice.
Okay.
It was probably 60% rice to 40% meat. And that's fine, but just make it smaller and put more meat in it, or keep the ratios the same. I think the problem was the ratio of rice to meat.
Okay.
Like it doesn't have to be that big. Like if I don't want that, there's very few people in the store that are going to want something that big.
True.
You know what I mean? So it was great. It tasted great. It heated up great. It was great as a leftover the next day, but it was just like, it didn't have to be that big. Cut down the rice a little bit, make it a little more consumable. And it would have been perfect. But look, I'm not complaining that they gave me food by any means, but I was like, if I can't take this down, who can? The other thing about Mama Maria's, though, we get the jalapeno margaritas.
Ooh,
dude, like they are, when you get it, there's jalapeno seeds floating in the margarita. It's oh yeah. Like you have to take a sip and then hold it in your mouth before you swallow it. Because if you just go straight swallow, so to speak, it's going to burn the back of your throat. It's fantastic. Mama Maria's in Tinley Park. Really, really good.
I'm trying to think.
You're making me get to the old man corner, are you?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to be straight with everybody. I went to Gnarly Knots, and then like Wednesday, I went down to, to the old family Thanksgiving. And in that town, there is literally nothing. It's like you get to the exit to get off at 55. And if you take a left off of the exit, you go towards lights and a town. I had to go right where it was like pitch black.
Oh, that's fun.
So
wildlife.
Oh yeah, there was like a deer playing double dutch with the road, like right when I got in, like when I had my brights on, because it was like the middle of nowhere. And like I saw a deer like kind of playing double dutch. Like, do I go? Do I not go? I'm just like, don't go. Okay, now you're good. Like, just let me get past. Like one of those for sure. There were some like deer kind of. I think it was like we could see deer at one point. Like it's basically like the backyard just like goes to a lake, like right up to a lake.
God damn.
Yeah, dude. It's so, or maybe it's more of a pond. I don't know. Either way,
water. I don't care.
It's water. It's really freaking nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there was that, and then but nothing out of the ordinary in terms of types of wildlife down there.
All right, fine. Hey, you in the market for a car? Go to Mazda of Orland Park. Get yourself a CX-30 like I drive. The brand new CX-50. It's the first year in production. It is awesome. It is my next car, probably. I know I'm a few years away from that. I've still got the CX-5 running strong, even though it's like close to 200,000 miles on it. Love being a Mazda customer, especially because I'm a customer at Mazda of Orland Park, where the service is second to none. The experience, the car buying experience is easy, breezy, non-stressful, no pressure. They just help you out. They help you get what you want. You're in and out. You got your new car and you're happy for a long, long time. So go visit Eric Vates and our friends at Mazda of Orland Park. Give them a call, 708-444-3200. All right, fine. Mm-hmm. So I was shopping for my parents, as I do, and I'm walking through, and look, I'll just say this. I have crop dusted many a grocery. Okay? Like, there's something about grocery shopping that makes me a little bit tooty. All right? From the facts of life. So it happens, and I know when it's going to happen. And I'm like, all right, take a look around. Is there an old lady or man I can blame for this? And then let it fly.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. For the first time in my life, I farted with no warning. Like, I just was like walking. I was like, do. I'm like, was that me? Did I just have it with no warning at all? That has never happened to me before. And I was like ashamed of myself. I was embarrassed. No one heard it. Right? There was no one. Thank God there was no one near me because it was loud. Like, it was loud. It was not something I could have blamed on a shoe.
Oh God! I want
Rick. After I did it, in case anyone was around me, I started to look at the shelves. And I was like, with my mouth, so people thought that was really good. In case anyone was around, because I was like, burp. I'm like, oh. I
was wondering if you do like a dog, where a dog will fart and then kind of like, what was that? Like,
that's what I should have done. My old dog would just run away from his farts. He was so scared of him. Oh my God. Yeah, that was the first time I ever had just a fart with a mind of its own. I had you know when that's happening. Mm-hmm. Like, you can either choose like, all right, do I let it go now? Do I hold it in? Whatever. Most of my life, I'm just going about my business, and one's like, boop, I'm out of here. I'm like, what
the next threshold is
well, yeah, that's
not gonna be it's not gonna be fart.
Oh God, I almost had one of those the other day too.
Oh yeah.
My cousin had I won't name the establishment. The food was great. But it's never mind. It's very famous
Okay.
and it's in Marionette Park.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So the catered food, it was awesome. Like all we could do is rave about how good the food was. And then I hit the road to go to work and I was like, oh boy. Oh geez. I need to find somewhere somehow. So I got to the West Loop Target. I was like plowing people over because you got to get upstairs to that one.
Yeah.
So, but I made it. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
It's still in place. Haven't done it since childhood.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good. Yes.
Back for
I'm in the same club, but I'm significantly younger than you. So
yes, you are. It's okay. Good. That's
significantly.
What are the odds of you and I have never having done that as adults? Pretty low, I would think.
Yeah, considering what we eat and how often we eat it. Yeah.
Yes. Guys of our stature. Yeah, I think there's very few of us who could be part of that club. So yes. I'm proud that I'm still part of that one. But I did have the sneaky fart. I'm now president of the Sneaky Fart Club. So
that's awesome.
I'm sure Sam can't wait to meet me. It's really
I love that it was that. I hate that there was no one in the aisle because I need that interaction of you. Like at that point, that would be your moment where you're the white kid in the dabbing video.
Oh, dude. I seriously, like you said, like the dog, like the quick look around.
Yeah.
I didn't want to react too quickly
because
I knew people would, if there were people around, would have blamed it on me.
Yeah.
But I was like, did anyone hear that? Because that was pretty significantly loud. Yeah. This is where
imagine if farts not being funny to people.
Oh, they're the greatest. It is a gift. It is a gift from the Lords that our butt sounds like a trumpet sometimes.
Yes.
If nothing else can bring levity to this world,
yes. It's a butt pit.
A fart can do it. Exactly. Yes. All right. Well, let's see. Mama Maria has been going through my notes. Nada's fart without warning. Yep, I think we're ready to get to Ask-A-Fat.
Oh, good.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask-A-Fat is brought to you by our buddy, Charlie the Bacon Guy. And here he is with this week's Bacon Reports.
Thanks, Jay. For the next 6 weeks, we'll have our holiday menu available. Maple pepper, rosemary, and chorizo bacon. For bacon jams, we'll have the original and the bourbon. And adding on to all of those orders, you should be placing something for merchandise, whether it be stickers, hockey jerseys, t-shirts, magnets, buttons, ball caps, winter beanies, which are going to come in handy in the next couple of months. Yes. Thanks for everybody's patience for me getting all these orders in and completed. I really do appreciate it. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
All right, you heard it there. Those are the flavors available now. And look, I know if you missed the opportunity for the big order of a special flavor, that's fine. You can still get bacon from Charlie in time for the holidays. Yeah, that's not over. Just the big order opportunity was over. So get in touch with them. You hear the flavors available. CharlieTheBaconGuy@gmail.com, at Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram, at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter. It's so great. I cannot wait to use this I'm going to make some bacon wrap dates for the CHGO potluck on Thursday. We're going to bring those. We're using Charlie's bacon. Charlie, if you're on here, what sort of bacon should we use? What would be best for that? Let us know. But I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, we got bacon for the family a couple years ago and it went over huge. People were so excited about it. It's such a unique gift. It's an affordable gift. And most importantly, you're supporting a small business in Charlie the Bacon Guy's company. So those things are more important than they've ever been, quite honestly. So support Charlie. And by supporting Charlie, you're supporting us because Charlie remains happy and remains a sponsor, which is great. So help him out. CharlieTheBaconGuy@gmail.com, at Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram, and at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter. And yeah, you're going to want to follow that Instagram account for photos of bacon in various states of preparedness.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, let's get to the fat phone here. 708-858-3314 is the number. If you'd like to leave us a message, you can email us as well. I'm fatpod@gmail.com.
Happy Thanksgiving, Fats. This is Nick from Oak Forest. A few of us are here at work doing a couple things before our Thanksgiving meal, and we were discussing what we were all going to have. And one of the guys here said his family does not like turkey, so that they make ham. And then we started discussing if ham and turkey were not available, what would be the main meat dish for Thanksgiving? A couple of the options we thought of: pulled pork, mole, meatloaf. Give us your thoughts, Fats. The public's dying to know. Once again, happy Thanksgiving. Take care.
Beef tenderloin.
Yeah, seriously. Now that I've had that as an option, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense with all of your Thanksgiving stuff. So yes,
I like pulled
tenderloin.
pork. Pulled pork is uniquely American, right?
Mhm.
That's something you could do. Well, I just once a year, just give me that turkey for a week and I'm good.
Yep.
I would need to lose turkey, but beef tenderloin is a very nice option. A pork tenderloin would be great too.
Mhm.
Yeah, those would get my votes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think outside of, because I wouldn't go full
chicken. You could do goose, you could do duck, some other poultry, but it's not the same.
No,
Do
no,
fried
it's not.
chicken. Go to Popeyes. By the way,
Ooh.
some year I'm gonna do the Popeyes turkey.
Oh yeah,
Everyone gets it and raves about it. Maybe I'll just get one because I can't imagine they're big.
No,
Right? Like I bet I'll bet they're probably like 5 or 6 pounds. That would be my guess.
Okay.
I might try one for podcast research purposes some year.
Okay.
Because they look really, really good.
Yes.
Charlie has advice for the bacon wrap dates. He says barbecue, jalapeno garlic, chorizo, paprika would all be good. I think I've got some of the barbecue left. I gotta look, and I know I've got some chorizo, so I got to go through and see what I got. But I mean, it's bacon.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fine. Whatever
it's
I put on
chicken.
it's fried chicken.
I like fried chicken.
All right, let's get to the next one here.
Hey, Fats. This is Nick from Oak Forest calling to report from Fredo's. My family and I decided to come here and get an awesome lunch. And among all the delightful things they have, they offer their slice of the day today is a Thanksgiving dinner pizza slice, which is gravy, mashed potatoes. I think they said stuffing and turkey on it. I skipped it, but if anybody is interested out there, you can try it. Oh, they put cheese on it too. But anyways, thanks again for this recommendation. This place is always amazing every time we come here, and look forward to hearing the next episode. Take it easy, guys.
Nice.
Okay.
Twist your arm.
Yeah. Thanksgiving pizza, yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that sounds good. Yeah, it's like we always tell you. We're not lying to you. Fredo's is freaking amazing.
Yes.
It's just so damn good. Go check them out. And remember that if you place your order online, Fredo'sPizza.com, use that code I'm fat and you'll save 10%. So there's some free money for you. So take advantage of that. And our buddy Russ says he's had the Thanksgiving pizza at Fredo's in the past, and it's great. Well, yeah, dude, it's from Fredo's.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Hello, Jay and Rick. This is Gabe. I'm calling because I discovered, well, actually, my son discovered something new. They're called cherry cordials by Little Debbie, and they are amazing. I highly recommend getting them. See you later, guys. Bye.
Googling.
Yeah.
How have I never seen these? Are these new?
I feel like I've never heard of them either.
I'm on the first result was a Blaine's Farm and Fleet page, but it doesn't matter. It shows the box here. So let me pull this up real quick. Rick, see how good I'm getting at this, by the way?
Yeah, I know.
Give me some credit now.
That's pretty good.
Only $2.50 at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. The Little Debbie
Wow.
Cherry Cordial. That looks delicious.
For the hardest people working in America.
So my question is that cookie soft or crunchy? I would imagine that's soft, right?
I would think so too. Yeah.
So it looks like a shortbread
Mhm.
kind of a cookie with a cherry cream in the middle. Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah, that can't be bad. All right, I'll be on. That looks like something you could find at Menards, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it does. It
Yes.
really does.
I will. I got a bunch of stuff to do today. I've got a bunch of errands to run, so I'll be on the lookout for the cherry cordials. All right, we got a couple emails too, so let's get to those before we wrap things up.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
Actually, I lied. We have one email. I'm fatpod@gmail.com if you'd like to get in touch with us. This one comes to us from Michael. He says, do either of you have some sort of canned or boxed meal or item that you know should be gross, but you love? Campbell's Chunky came out with a spicy chicken noodle soup not too long ago that I'm addicted to, And they also have a Roadhouse chili that's pretty solid, thick chili if I'm in a pinch. Interesting. So
I don't know if either of those count as things that should be gross, though.
Yeah, so I'll say this. In college, I used to eat the Dinty Moore beef stews.
Yeah.
Which were somehow not kept cold.
Mm-hmm.
They're like just in a box and you just microwave it, and it was meat.
Yep.
And it was, looking back on it,
it was meat.
Yeah, I don't know how that works aside from just a crap ton of salt preserving it, and that's probably what made it taste good. But that would be the one. Not anymore. I know that, like, you know, Campbell's soup and like canned soups are not the greatest in the world, but I don't think of those as things I shouldn't eat. They're just not as good as like a gourmet soup. But that would be the one in my life that I've had are those Dinty Moore beef stews and any sort of like TV dinner.
Yeah, TV dinners.
Like my dad eats those all the time. Like
still,
and he loves them. Yeah. He loves, his favorite is the PF Chang's Dan Dan noodles.
Okay.
If I see those at wherever I'm shopping, he's like, whatever they have, buy every box. Like, okay. I never do because I'm like, I'm not taking every 15 boxes of this stuff, but I'll get 3 or 4 for him, and then by the time I shop again, he needs more. So that's his go-to. But yeah, I would say those Dinty Moore beef stews that I ate.
Yeah.
Never again. Just because how do you preserve meat on a shelf?
Yeah, I've had those before. Even just like doing the ramen, like everybody did the ramen in college. Like that was a thing, but I wouldn't have that again unless I absolutely had to. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think of like really bad TV dinners I had. I think I don't remember the brand. I think I had a really weird like meatloaf at one point.
Okay, like a Hungry Man or a Stouffer.
Yeah, like something along those lines. And it was like the texture was off. And then like the other stuff that came in, the other partitions, like were just.
And then there's like the burnt brownie.
Yes, exactly. It was not ideal. No. Just
I know. Ramen's different because it's like a powdered stock. Like there's no like actual meat. It's like chicken flavoring.
Right. It's like it's not good, but it's not like yeah. It's not like yours where it doesn't make sense.
Scientifically, this should not work.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll keep that in mind, but I don't know. Most stuff I'm pretty okay with eating, be it canned soups or even a canned chili now and again. If you're, just in a jam and have a taste and don't want to prepare a whole pot of chili.
Sure.
Yeah, why not? I should try that actually. That chunky chili. Because now and again I just want some chili and I don't want to go through the process of making it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. We got a comment from Woko Heed. Sorry. Have you ever had the pho from Costco? It's like ramen, but excellent. I have not. I will try it. I like pho. And I like that they all have clever names for their place.
Yeah.
Like pho Q.
Yeah.
They all just play on it.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, it's really versatile in that way. There's a lot of good ways to play off of that.
Yes. Yeah, it works well with the English language. Pho.
Yes, it does.
It took me for a long time to figure out how to say pho, or it's PHO, which is faux in my mind, but pho is correct. Anyway, no, I've not tried that, but I will. It sounds really good. All right, but that's all we got, buddy. That was a quick hour.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, we had a lot of Thanksgiving stuff to go through.
Good week.
All right. So follow us on all of our social medias at I'm Fat Pod. I'm Fat Pod at gmail.com. Check out the Patreon if you want to do so. I'm fatmerch.com for TeePublic. All the sales hit the sale. It's going to be going on. If not, then there's going to be another one in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. On this youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Subscribe, hit the like button. That helps us out a lot in being able to do stuff with this page. And then for the regular podcast, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe. Rate and review the podcast. Then check out our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Fredo's Culinary Kitchen. So for Jay, I'm Rick, and this is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I hope you have a fantastic day.